Hey everyone, welcome to Off the Script podcast. We are back for another episode. This is episode what? 8? 7? I think it's episode 7. So I think so, yeah. Welcome back for another episode. This is a podcast where we learn about life and culture in an insightful, relatable, and enjoyable way. Okay, let's get started. I hope you guys had a wonderful week. By the time this is showing on YouTube, I would have been done with my exams. So I'm done with my exams. Yeah, it's time to relax and I can finally focus on content and improving my content and stuff like that. The good part is that I've been consistent, so I can see where I need to improve and I can see gaps in, yeah, gaps for improvement. So that's nice. And I think I'll be posting more on Instagram. So go follow my Instagram, munsaka.25. That's Munsaka with 3 A's.25. And you should also follow the Off the Script page. That's off the script dot underscore pod. Don't ask why this dot underscore pod Instagram did that thing where when I was putting a username, no, this username is already taken, blah blah blah. So I had to do that. So yeah. Let's get into today's episode. And today's episode, I wanted to talk about something that's very controversial in society. About how I was watching a video and it was talking about like the pressures of like a guy, a male in society, and the pressures of a female in society, right? And this guy was being asked, it was on a Christian podcast. I think I mentioned this Christian podcast called Under the Bed. It's really cool. You should check it out. Where they just talk about things that a lot of Christian people don't really bring out to light. Like it's things that are considered like taboo or I don't know, things that people just don't say publicly and the true struggles that people go through in Christianity. So it's really nice. But yeah, so they interviewed their friend and they were asking him whether he ever like experienced the pressure that guys feel of like becoming a man and moving out of your parents' house and providing and stuff like that. And I wanted to know, what do you guys think? Who goes through the most societal pressures? Males or females? I would have said females because females are judged a lot. And they're judged a lot. And there are a lot of things that a man can do that a woman cannot do. But then again, sometimes I think about it like as a guy I expected to like have money, and money is not something that you just you don't just pluck it from a tree or just I don't know. What do you think? You someone, yes. What do you guys think as well?
I think both of them have pressures in
In
general.
different ways, yeah?
Yeah, in
Yeah, in
different
different
ways.
ways.
I would say though, men
Mm-hmm.
are given expectations,
Yeah,
meaning like these are things that a man is
true.
supposed to do.
Yeah, and this is how a man should act and stuff.
Yeah, but then girls are given and women are given standards. I would say I don't know if me saying them in different ways sounds different, but like standards as in a woman should live up to be this.
Yeah.
She should not do this. As for a man, he's expected to do this.
Mm-hmm.
He
That's very true.
Yeah, like a man should be, let's say, late 20s, early 30s. A man should be looking for a hustle or making something of
Yeah, you
himself
should get out of the
at that
parents'
time.
house.
Yeah. Whilst for a girl, her pressure should be, her standard is by the time she's in her late 20s, she should be getting ready for marriage.
Yeah.
She should be ready to submit. So
I
it's like,
just
yeah,
I get what you mean. And on the marriage part, can I just say it might be a hot take, I don't know. But I hate the way society makes you feel like if you haven't married someone then you haven't accomplished, something. Like I don't like I get like traditionally, it's traditionally taught that no, you have to get ready for marriage. You know how they tell women prepare for your husband, learn how to cook, how you be cooking for your husband. That's the most asked question in an African household when you refuse to cook or when you say you don't know how to cook something. Trust me, one of the aunties will ask you, how are you going to be cooking for your husband? They've asked me that question before. Not my mom though, but I've been asked that question before. I don't like how it makes it seem like you have to get married and you have to have children. Let me tell you guys something. Don't be pressured by relatives to start a family. Start a family at your own time. I know I'm young, I haven't experienced that part of life yet. But when I look at it from this perspective, I honestly think your relatives are not going to help you pay those bills. They'll help you once in a while. But buying things for the baby, it's you. The school fees for the baby, it's you. It's you. Clothes for the baby, it's you. Any medical emergency for the baby, guess who? You. Like, these are things that you don't pressure someone into doing. I feel like when it comes, it comes. There are two things that you're very uncertain um about in life. Like, you don't know when it to come, but you know it to come. Oh no, love, you don't know if it to come. Some people decide not to fall in love, but like, you're certain that you die, but you don't know when. And yeah, you would die alone. And when you fall in love, you don't know. You're not certain about it, but you just don't know when it to come. So I'd say that that's my opinion on it. I don't know. Maybe when I grow up, I'll change my mind, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. But yeah, women, they also the pressure of having a child. Women also, because of a biological clock, they quit. As a medical student, no, I wasn't supposed to say I'm a medical student, but as a med student anyway. Yeah, I mean, there's a certain period of time when you're advised to have a child, but as a girl, as a normal girl,
Do you think we're not having kids early enough?
I think because of the economy, yes.
Really?
Because a lot of these things are financially, like a lot of decisions that we make is because of finances and school. Because
Yeah.
back in the day, like school like this wasn't so, you know.
Yeah, but again, also, like in this generation, having a kid is not the end goal. For our parents and our parents' parents,
Yes,
having
having a kid.
kids was like
Having a kid,
revelation. That
yeah.
would be like you've completed life.
Yes, that's
Now,
true.
but like now we want to like live. You find people even talking about when I get married, I don't have a kid in the first year, in the
Same
second
though.
year. Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
first you want to live and
yeah.
then like start focusing on kids.
I think the exposure has really helped us realize that there's more to life than just getting married and starting a family.
And that's why I think Gen Z is the smartest generation, personally.
I think Gen Z is the smartest and the laziest, though.
Yeah, lazy definitely, but the
Lazy,
smartest.
definitely, but smart, I think Gen Z is very smart. Our generation is so hustle culture focused. Like, if not hustle culture, it's enjoyment focused. Yeah, if it's not hustle culture, it's enjoyment. You know, going out with the girls, going out with the guys. I honestly don't blame you guys. So, yeah, anyway, regarding the pressure, I think men and women have different types of pressures. Because, like, for women, a lot of people will preach the same thing of don't, what, your value doesn't come from your looks. And I agree, like, your value doesn't come from your looks, it comes from who you are as a person. But, like, we can't deny the fact that pretty privilege does exist in this world. And a lot of people are very judgmental. Sometimes it's a subconscious thing. I think people judge based on looks or based on status and your financial status and all that stuff. So for women, that sometimes, especially for the fact that we're more emotionally complex than men, it gets to us. So I get when you said that there's a certain standard for women. If a woman does something, hell on earth. If a man does something, it's like, well, well, yeah. Yeah, it's like City winning the league. It's like people just don't care. Like it happens. So what? But when when women do similar things, it's like Arsenal winning the UCL. Everyone's mad about it. Like everyone's not happy. But I'll be so pissed as well. I don't even hate Arsenal. I just don't want them to win the UCL. I feel like PSG just need to do it back to back. Yeah. Anyway, so tell me what you think about it. Tell me who you think goes through more societal pressures, and why? And I saw a TikTok. I saw a TikTok of a girl who was asking, why don't guys celebrate birthdays? I'm also asking, why don't guys celebrate birthdays? I mean, I saw her response. Like guys were responding to her, and I saw what she made a video about her responses, the responses she received from guys, and a lot of guys were saying that they don't celebrate their birthdays because there's nothing to celebrate. They feel like they haven't made it in life, so what are you celebrating? Which I low key think is valid because there are a lot of things that I've postponed about like myself or celebrating myself, um that I feel like I can only do it comfortably after I've settled a bit in life and after I've like established myself a little bit. I don't know if that's a very masculine way of thinking, but I kind of got that concept. But again, I feel like your birthday is the one day of the year that's about you. You may share it with many people, but it's literally about you guys on that day. So I don't know. This might be hypocritical because I didn't celebrate my birthday this year, but I had cake. So
Yeah. Guys just never got celebrated on their birthday, so they just found it as a normal day. It's like a realization for certain people.
like you're just used to just not celebrating your birthday.
Yeah, you're just like, I mean,
You do celebrate your birthday?
well, I never used to.
But now, what changed?
I got a partner.
Mm.
I literally never used to celebrate my birthday. Never used to get any gifts from anyone. Never
Mm.
really prioritized people saying, posting me on their status. It wasn't really a big thing.
For me, it kind of is.
I can't afford it.
The kind of parties I want, I can't afford it yet. But when I can, you're gonna see, y'all are gonna see. But like apart from that, I think in our family we've always just done this thing where we appreciate you more, or not appreciate you more on
Yeah.
that day, but we always make you feel appreciated. Like your birthday is something special. In my family, that's how it's always been. There's always cake or a present or something. So I'm kind of used to that kind of setting. So yeah, I don't know, as I said. But for all the men out there who feel like they can't celebrate because they haven't yet made it, I do understand that. But just take that, buy yourself even a piece of cake. Like, come on. You're not celebrating God putting you on this earth. Hmm? Like, tell him, thank you, Jesus, for adding another year. Thank you, God, for adding another year to my life. You know? Anyway, there are a few things that I feel like society has normalized that are ridiculous, in my opinion. I say this strongly because there are certain things that I just never understand. One of them is hookup culture. I don't like hookup culture. If you don't know what hookup culture is, those same things that those memes that you see about Lusaka and Lusaka is for business, not relationships. No, if they cheat on you, it's just a kiss, it's normal. I don't like that. I don't like that. I feel like it's just spoiling the whole essence of a relationship and literally focused on just people having fun. Call me old fashioned, call me whatever, but this is something I heavily stand on and I refused to adapt to that mindset. I've refused. If you're just having fun, then you know you're just having fun. But if you think that's the way relationships are, like, oh no, it's just here for what? Uh-uh. If he cheats on me, if he just does this, maybe it's fine. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. In a relationship, the more you tolerate, the worse things are going to get. No, like, listen, it's different when it's a serious relationship and when it's all jokes, when it's all fun and games. Because there are situations that become toxic because of such things. Like somebody does something wrong to them or has many options or something. It's like they keep on seeing that you are tolerating it, so they delay you. But there are some situations where it's a serious issue. You had a serious issue, and then you actually put effort, and you guys actually solve things. That's different. Me, I'm talking about the ones where you guys accept these useless manners. I'm sorry. Me, those no. No one should come here just to pass time with me or just because you've seen that I'm pretty and you want to talk. I've refused. Those guys, those type of guys, out. No, no, no. I don't like people who are not serious. Um, Do you have anything to say on that before I move on to the next thing that I think is ridiculous? No. Okay. Another thing is oversharing online. You know, I understand that people share certain things online for specific reasons, but I disagree with the fact that, no, let me just say it in this way so that I don't put the blame on the people sharing things online. I think low key we look for people who we can relate to, or we look for validation online. If we had therapists, just think about it. I think if we had a therapist who could understand what we're going through and who could validate our feelings, I feel like we would be less inclined to go on the internet and spew certain pieces of information. I understand that some levels of vulnerability. I understand that certain levels of vulnerability are put out there because they want to make someone else who's going through the same situation feel seen or feel heard, or just to share lessons. That I don't mind. I feel like that's okay. But there are certain people who actually do too much online for no reason. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not blaming you, because I think in us there are certain things we like. The validation, someone validating your feelings, it feels good. I can't lie, it does feel good. But some people should learn to filter what they say. They should learn to filter what they say. I remember there was a girl at, I will censor that. There was a girl at our school who tried to kill herself. Now I don't know if she did it for attention. And this is not me being insensitive. Don't like I don't like dismissing people's feelings at all. But judging from the situation, you would debate on whether she was looking for attention or whether she was actually trying to kill herself. The sick person still alive. Yes, she's alive. She even posts on TikTok. But you don't know her. I don't think you know her. She was a grade, 2 grades, 3 grades below us. I don't know. But yeah, and that's the thing with these kinds of sensitive topics. I think you have to be very empathetic with someone who has suicidal thoughts, because hmm, the ones who do it for attention, there's just something in them. I feel like they're just never validated, maybe, and they want a certain level of like attention, not in a bad way, like you want attention from people, no, but it's like I feel like it's something deeper. It's like you've never been given maybe a certain level of love or a certain level of compassion or empathy. So it's like this is you trying to get that from people, and that's understandable. I mean, that's okay. No, like I mean it's understandable why you would do that. Like we get it. We get why you would do that. But it's important to understand the root of certain actions before you do those things. I don't know how I even ended up talking about this, and I was talking about sharing online. But yeah, let's not go too deep into it. Yeah, it's literally off the script. I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to do that. Yeah, and then also, performing on the internet. Those girls who seem like sweethearts on the internet posting Bible verses. I post Bible verses as well, but that's besides the point. Posting Bible verses talking about the Lord, saying "Hey, lovies" on reels and on TikToks, but in person you are a mean person. You are bad. I don't like such people. I don't like such people. I don't like people who do that. Stop the pretense. Social media, quite alright, may be real sometimes and it may not be real sometimes. But in this situation, it's like, don't present yourself as someone sweet, but in real life, you are bitter. No, I don't. Me, these things for performing on the internet, one day, I get upset. Like, they honestly piss me off. Like, why? If you're mean, just say that you're a straightforward person. Just say, those who like mean people will come towards you. Don't pretend as if you're what. It just irritates me. Ah, what's wrong? I feel like on this podcast I've complained a lot today. It's okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sure some of you can relate. Yeah, I think I don't like the fact that people, I don't know, people just have children without necessarily thinking about the financial cost of it. Okay, Mandy, me, when it comes to money, I'm very sensitive. So, because even when you're having a child, like, do you realize that now your whole life is about that child? I don't know how my mom manages. Like, her and I are like this. So it's like, mm. Nah, but anyway, people have their own reasons. But I think, yeah, if you're broke, don't think about having a kid. No. Yeah, don't think about those things. It's bad manners. Ah, nah. Anyway, those are personal things, but that's just my take on these things. But anyway, society is crazy. Yes, I am. We're getting into this week's dilemma, guys. Is there anything else I wanted to touch on regarding like these things? Anyway, these episodes come every week. So if I remember something, I'm going to come back and talk to you about it. So mm, let's get into the dilemma. So I didn't really understand whether this person was not arguing but was disagreeing with their partner, but from the way it was written, I think so. So I'm going to assume that it's a disagreement between you and your partner, whoever submitted this. But yeah. So the disagreement is not primarily about specific items of clothing, but about differing standards of modesty and what that means within a future marriage. My position is that certain clothing, even if socially acceptable, attracts unnecessary sexual attention and does not align with the level of modesty, exclusivity, and public presentation I want in a serious relationship and future marriage. Her position is that she already considers herself modest and does not believe the clothing in question crosses her personal standard of modesty. While she understands that I view it differently, she believes any change in her standards would need to come from her own conviction, even if it's wrong, but she just doesn't feel it. Is that normal? Does the Bible care about your feelings? Or it tells you what's wrong or right? Another deeper issue this clothing issue is revealing, but whether we share the same values around modesty, influence, compromise, and what a husband and wife should expect from each other in a marriage. I've overread. So I start again slowly. I think I do, yes. Um, so yes, this guy used a lot of good. No, I'm trying. Okay, yeah. This guy used a lot of good English, like structured English with, yeah. So to simplify it, he's practically saying that they don't align. Their values about modesty are not really aligning, and the girl is saying that she is, what can I say? She feels like, yes, modesty has its own definition detached from clothing. So, and he's asking like, does in the Bible talk about how clothing and modesty are like related, closely related? That's why he asked, is that normal? Does the Bible care about your feelings, or does it tell you what's wrong or right? So it's like they're in a disagreement because of clothing and modesty, because they view modesty in different ways. For him, he said, and I quote, my position is that certain clothing, even if socially acceptable, attracts unnecessary sexual attention and does not align with the level of modesty, exclusivity, and public presentation I want in a serious relationship and future marriage. End of quote. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one because when it comes to women's clothing, I don't know. Let them loose. Ati, let them loose. Let them loose. Let them wear what they want. I think. Hmm. I think when it comes to such disagreements, these are conversations that people need to have early on when they're seeing each other. Because here's the thing: if you go for a girl who doesn't love to cover up herself so much, you can't change how she is. You can't. You're going for her because of who she is. You can't change how she dresses. If you go for a girl who doesn't like being so revealing, so be it. So that's point one. Point two is that this is something that will consistently come up in a relationship. Like this issue will consistently come up in a relationship. Because here's the thing, for me, I've learned to not really care. I've seen my preferences. I'm not someone who likes wearing revealing clothing. Mm, but in a case where in a case where two people who love each other disagreeing on such things, it's going to continue coming. Just like that, it's going to continue coming. There are some guys who are uncomfortable with girls dressing openly, and there are some guys who are okay. Like they don't mind as long as their girl doesn't entertain any other guys. So I don't know. You seem like the type who's not comfortable because you don't want to be represented in that way. So, hmm, in this situation, I don't know what advice I can give you. All I can say is there's literally only one thing I can tell you. It's going to keep the conversation is going to keep coming up. You cannot change how she dresses. And if you see that it becomes a recurrent problem, then I guess you guys are not aligned in that way. Your your definitions of modesty are very different. And when you look at certain perspectives on deep things like modesty, like values, when you see that you guys have two different perspectives on such a thing, it's very hard for you to work well together. So you have to keep that in mind. And for the Bible does tell us what's wrong and what's right. The Bible doesn't really care about how we're feeling. God does care about how you're feeling, but He's gonna tell you that A is A and B is B. There's no in between. You know what I mean? So I get what you mean. But in the world we have today, I hate to say it, but people have the right to feel how they want to feel. However, God feels about it, it's up to them and God. It's really none of our business. So yeah, Nanji.
How do you define modesty?
I don't know.
Is
Let me
modesty
check.
just about wearing
What does modesty mean?
clothes that don't reveal
Let me ask chat.
what you look like?
I don't know.
Mm.
What does modesty mean? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I hope the network is good. Modesty is the quality. ah, no, I don't agree. Not that I don't agree, but modesty is the quality of being humble, not showing off, or not thinking too highly of yourself. It can also mean behaving, dressing, or speaking in a way that avoids drawing too much attention to yourself. Let me look at Google, but nah, in a way that doesn't attract. But someone can be fully clothed and attract attention. So
Okay, the mic dropped. The mic
wait. According to Google, the quality or state of being unassuming in the estimation of one's ability, practically you're not over.
You're not. You're humble,
Yeah,
in
you're
short.
humble. Yeah, the second definition is the quality of being relatively moderate, limited, or small in amount
Yeah,
or level.
yeah,
So it's relating a lot to humility and not being too much.
yeah. Okay, I think personally, no one. I should. No one should tell anyone that's not their partner how to dress.
True.
Firstly,
True. Or child. Partner or child.
yeah, partner or child. Yeah, because you can tell your child
Yeah, you
how
can
to
tell your
dress.
child what to wear.
But then also, when it comes to when you're in a relationship, you have to know who you want to be with and what type of girl you want to be
Yeah.
with.
Exactly what I meant when I
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I think you can change how your partner dresses. The sense of you buy them the
Mm-hmm.
clothes you think they would look good in. Your person likes to wear short things. What's a short thing that you would you would buy for them and you get them those things where you strike a balance in between. Or you
Yeah.
can get them something long, but
It's
it's
like
still their vibe.
yes. So it's
Yeah.
like you try and you're practically saying you're trying to there's a word I'm looking for. There's one word. Okay, you're practically trying to give the better options of the same type,
Yes.
like the same vibe, the same
Yeah.
energy, just different ways.
Yeah.
That
And
I do agree.
and
It's
how
possible. I
it
wouldn't
makes
mind
sense
that.
to you. And also I feel like in general, like people should is this mic on? Yes. People in general should just know how to dress for what occasion.
Yes, that's very
I feel like yeah,
important.
like
You can't wear a
wear
miniskirt for church.
you can't wear a
I've
miniskirt
seen
to
some
church.
influencers do that. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You
Nah.
can't wear a miniskirt to church or a bodycon dress, like a very attached dress. Like anyway, I'm Catholic, so usually the
Oh,
women
yeah,
wear
okay. So
chitengis.
that's your those are your doctrines. For
Yes.
us at my church, you can't wear jeans.
Yeah, so you seen those are your
Yeah.
doctrine.
Yeah.
So now like us, mm, it would be odd to see a girl coming in a
Mm.
mini skirt.
Yeah, you have to dress for the occasion. You have to know when to dress,
So
how to dress, when to
if
dress, whatever.
everyone can know where and how to dress for what occasion, then it's fine.
The way he's talked about dressing and stuff like that. Um, a lot of I've seen situations where guys will say, "This is how I want this girl to dress" and stuff like that. Um, I want to know the difference between wifey material and girlfriend material. I've asked you this before, I know, but I want you guys to tell me what's the. I want the boys. The boys should come to the front. Tell me what's the difference between someone who is wifey material and who is girlfriend material. Because you will say that, oh no, I want my girl to dress modestly. I want my girl to dress in this way, but you will cheat with the baddies, the ones who are dressing in the way that you're condemning. So help me put two and two together. What's the difference? What's the mindset behind that? Because I need to understand it. I need to understand it. But anyway, yeah, so this dilemma, I've told you what I think, and then he has also said his thoughts on it. So at the end of the day, if it keeps occurring again and again and again, the conversation will keep coming up. Yeah, yeah, it's either you just have to be okay with it, or you have to see that your values don't align. Yeah, anyway, so songs for the week. I always have to just check my on repeat playlist because those are the ones I play a lot, and those are the songs that I play in the car. So I have to go through. But yeah, tell me what you guys are currently listening to, what you are currently listening to, and which songs have been in your head. Yeah. Anyway, I like pop. So this pop song, "Leak It" by Flo, is good. I've been listening to Wildflower by Billie Eilish. You guys, I think Billie Eilish should be one of my either like top three artists. I love her so much. Billie Eilish is just so I don't know how to explain, but she's yeah. And the last song is White Kiss by Dominic Fike. That's how you say his name. Yeah, Dominic Fike. I'm yet to listen to more songs by him because so far I've had like three songs and I'm vibing with them. So I'll look into that. But yeah, so that is the end of why did I snap? That's the end of the episode today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and as usual, let me know what you have to say on these things about society and the dressing up and modesty, because the definition of modesty is not just about dressing, clearly. So tell me what you guys think, and thank you for tuning in. So have a great week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow our Instagram. Sometimes I feel bad for you guys. There are so many things that you have to hear, like, subscribe, share. But once you subscribe, you should subscribe. You get it. So just subscribe once and then share it, like it, comment. It helps boost the video in the algorithm. In the algorithm. Algorithm. In, on. You know what, guys? Have a good week. Bye.